and like honesty, tolerance, all these qualities which we are talking about, they're imbibed by default, right? When we simply meditate on Krishna, what is that shloka in fifth canto, 5:18-12, I think.
Yes,
What is that shloka?
yes,
Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana. When we do akinchana bhakti, sarve gunai satra samasate suraha. All the good qualities, all the saints and sages and devatas, whoever it is, the suras, they are samasate, come and reside in us. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahat guna. If somebody is a abhakta, not a devotee, where is good quality in him? Why? Even if he possesses little bit, that will be like very temporary and ephemeral. It will just be for a kshanik, So kshanik it will be, and it will just go away. Why? Because manorathena asato dhavato bahihi. He is running after the asat, running after the temporary and unreal things. So we cannot rely on such people. We cannot trust such people. Kamsa was also very noble. Kamsa, when he, noble means just for a kshana. When Devaki and Vasudeva were married, what did Kamsa do? He sent so long procession with all gifts and maid servants and nice music and everything. He's sending, and his tears are coming from Kamsa's eyes. My dear sister is going. What will I do without her? All that. Then they are sitting on the chariot, Vasudeva and Devaki, and Kamsa is looking at the driver and say, "Get on! I want to drive my sister's chariot." This is what he was telling. Today I will be the driver for my sister and my brother-in-law. Everybody was surprised. Hey, Kamsa is so strong and cruel, and he's become so noble and all that. And they were all happy for a moment. But that love lasted only till that Ashariri voice. As soon as that Ashariri told, that the eighth son of your sister, whom you are driving, he will be taking away your life. Then as soon as he heard that voice, he didn't even check whether there is some authenticity in that voice or, is it true or all that. He just left the reins of the horses and took the sword and caught hold of Devaki's hair to cut her head off. This is the manoratena asato dhavato bahihi. You cannot expect such people to sustain that quality for a long time. But when we are devotees, we possess these qualities not because we want to become, or we are trying to cultivate these qualities not because we want to become so and so person. It is because we want to please Krishna. We want to glorify Krishna. Because the moment people see tilak, dhoti, kurta, or saris or whatever, the Vaishnava dress basically, they trust us. They expect us to be saintly. If we put these external dresses and if we don't possess these qualities, then it is a black mark on the bhakti path. Because Jai Shri Radha Govinda Dev Ji ki Jai. So it's a black mark on the bhakti path. Because anybody who sees someone else who is a genuine devotee, they will say, "Oh, you ISKCON people, you all Harinam, holy name and all, you are chanting Bhagavad Gita and all, you are giving class, but you are not having these qualities." In just one statement, they will just tell and go away. And that one impression, one bad impression, will stay on forever. The good impressions will not stay on forever. For example, you have a pot, it's been not properly washed for a long time. So what will happen? Sometimes devotees cook the different items, khichdi or upma or something they cook, and the bottom gets stuck, right? So while taking out the thing, they don't wash properly. So what happens? That bottom thing is black thing is there for a long time. So all the good qualities are like the khichdi and upma. They will all be emptied out. Nobody will bother about it. But when they see the bartan, when they see the vessel, they will only say, "Hey, the black mark is there," right? So like that, in devotees' case also, that black mark will stick on that like a stigma. That black spot will stick on like a stigma. They will not see how many Mangalartis you did, how many rounds of chanting you did, how much of Bhagavad Gita you distributed or Bhagavata you distributed. They will only see that one small, exception case. Or if it is exception case, so In many devotees, sometimes the saintliness comes as an exception case. Our normal nature is to be in the three modes. So sometimes it happens when you are immature. So that is why these qualities we talk about, they are actually, they make our life valuable, meaningful. Value means meaning, arthadam, right? This life is, this human life is meaningful only to the extent we make others happy, others' life happy, and bring them towards Krishna. If you are not able to do that, it's just shramaya vihi kevalam or jivan api mrito hi. We are just living dead, that's all. So our aim of even possessing these qualities or trying to cultivate these qualities also should be to the extent that Krishna is pleased, should be to the extent that the living entities have a favorable and positive attitude towards bhakti and towards Krishna consciousness. And in that case, if they come, if they are able to come, then it really is the biggest, I would say, achievement in our life, or success in our life, in our path. So today we were going to talk about this concept of honesty. I was just thinking when Ratnam Prabhuji asked me about some quality, that it just immediately struck me, this quality, because many times we talk about humility, tolerance and a lot, but honesty is something which we think that we already have. Right? It's not something which we have to sustain or cultivate. Many times say, I'm honest. Where is I'm honest? But if you dig deeper, we have a lot to understand on what do you actually mean by, what is the definition of honesty. In really, honesty in devotional life is very different from what we understand as honesty in our regular day-to-day dealings. Not far away, but even more above and beyond that. So, actually, there is one particular verse in Bhagavatam where Prabhupada directly talks about honesty many times in the verse, in the translation and purport. How many of you know that verse? All of you know that verse. Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. That verse is so beautiful. Tadva visargo janataga viplavo. That shloka, right? In that 1.5.11. In that shloka, Prabhupada writes, it is, I will read that verse. I wanted to read a couple of things, but the best thing should start off with this verse where Prabhupada directly talks about honesty. From there, we will just take on to understand, to meditate further on this quality. Let's recite this verse. Tadvag visargo janatagha viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abhaddhavatyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitani yat shrinvanti gayanti Krunanti sadavaha Shrinvanti gayanti Krunanti sadavaha. Let's read this word, no, not translation, word to word meaning, because all this Prabhupada is written here, right, in this holy Dham. And not only that, this is an amazing verse. The word to word meaning, the translation, it is all to be learnt by heart, because Prabhupada is taking us to a different world in the word to word meaning, the synonyms itself. Let's repeat this. Tat, that. Walk, vocabulary. Did you see Prabhupada's word to word translation here itself? Walk is actually words, but Prabhupada is saying vocabulary. What does that mean? Why does he not use the word words? He's using the word vocabulary. When will you use the word vocabulary? What is vocabulary? This is how we should think. When we do this, then we are honest to Prabhupada. We are honest to reading Prabhupada's books. So what is it? What is it that we say for vocabulary means what?
The body of words.
Or the world of words. Why body of words? World of words, right? You say dictionary, you have vocabulary. Right? Vocal library, it is called vocabulary. Right? Library of words or world of words. So what Prabhupada is saying here is Tat vak visargo. Tat vak here normally words means you speak only few words. But vocabulary means unlimited number of words. So Krishna, to describe Krishna, there is no enough words. The available words is unlimited in this creation. Just like anything and everything can be used in Krishna's service, all the words in all the world, in all the languages can be used in Krishna's service to glorify Krishna. That's what he means by this. This is what is the word vocabulary. That's why Prabhupada is thinking so much to write which word to use for this thing. Why he is using this word vocabulary? Because this sadhus, they don't find, like Rupa Goswami is telling, right? Millions of mouth I want, millions of tongues and ears I want. Why? Because it's not feeling like it's enough. So that is why this vocabulary word is very beautiful. You should enjoy Prabhupada. Don't just think what is. Don't try to do analysis. Analysis also you do, but for the purpose of enjoying. Why would you put vocabulary? Ask Prabhupada. Prabhupada, why did you put vocabulary here? Then he will give us the intelligence. Then we are thoroughly honest with Prabhupada. If you are honest with Prabhupada, then our life is successful. If we are honest in any service, we just put our, what does honesty mean? Put your heart and soul in that service, that's all. You not just go do a hodgepodge work and, oh no, 7:30, class to start. Prepare properly for the class. We would do DT service, oh, devotees are going to come and take darshan of Radha Govindji. So let's do the dressing properly. And Radha Govind is person, so we have to do proper dressing. Right? When children has to be sent to the school, you don't just put some underwear only and just banyan and send it to the school. You have to put proper uniform and everything and then send them to the school. Right? Imagine what will happen if you send like that. School will just send them back. I mean to say, you do a honest job of whatever you are doing. Not just, I will skip translation. I should skip word to word meaning. There is no time left. What time? Where are you going to? You are going to catch a flight or what? Right? We are here in Dham, peacefully, sitting in right on time, you get prasadam. You are not bothered after 9 o'clock. You can sleep peacefully. Only thing we have to do is attend Mangalarti and come on. And see this. Then Visarga is, Visarga, please repeat, Visarga, creation. Janata, the people in general. Aga, sins. Viplavaha, revolutionary. This is another beauty word. Viplavaha is, he's saying revolutionary. He's creating a revolution in this world. Right? Yasmin, in which Pratishlokam, each and every stanza, Abaddhavati, irregularly composed, Api, in spite of, Namani, transcendental names, etc. Anantasya, of the unlimited Lord, Yashaha, glories, Ankitani, depicted, Yat, what, Shrinvanti, do hear, Gayanti, do sing, Grinanti, do accept, Sadhavaha, the purified men who are honest. So here Prabhupada is translating Sadhavaha as purified men who are honest. He usually says sadhu means saints or sages or good people or noble people, whatever. Why is he saying purified men who are honest? So even among purified men, there are people who cannot be honest. He is qualifying it, purified men who are honest. Right? So we have to be honest. Sadhu means we have to be honest in our life. That's what it means. Right? The beauty here is, sometimes you may not be tolerant also. For example, sometimes sadhus don't tolerate nonsense and they curse. Right? Sometimes you may not exhibit humility directly. Your humility will be exhibited indirectly. Right? When Narada Muni had to curse, he cursed Nalakura and Manigriva. He didn't tolerate their nuisance. He did it for their well-being only. But then he cursed them. He didn't just like that tolerate and go. But you can never say, in my devotional life, I can be dishonest and still progress in devotional life. Krishna doesn't like dishonesty. Krishna doesn't mind shortcomings, but he doesn't like dishonesty. In other words, if you are honest in introspecting, we are honest in introspecting ourselves, submit to Guru and Krishna, that this is my trouble as far as I see. So let me, I am surrendering to you. I don't find any way, like how Arjuna is karpanya dosho pakata svabhava puchami tvam dharma sammudha cheta. See, I am mudha cheta. Shishyaste, she is saying, yachreyasyan, shreyasyan. This is another beauty. I'm not looking for short-term result. Shreya, ultimate, long-term result. Even if it takes a long time, it's okay. But I'm willing to go through the grind. That is honesty. Yashreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me. You tell, please tell. Shishyasteham shadi mam tvam prapannam. Shadi means what is called? Shasan means there is no option. Don't give me options. You hit me with your instructions. I don't care. But I want Shreyas. Again and again he repeats this word Shreyas. He says, even in the 3rd chapter he is saying, he says that no, what is that shloka? You are confusing me with equal words. Equivocal words. What is that verse? Arjuna Vacha. Jayasi Chakar. No. Not that one. With buddhi mohaya siva me. Vyamishreneva vakya. Vyamishreneva vakyena buddhi mohaya siva me. Tadekam vada nishchitya yena shreyoham apnuyam. You please decide yourself and tell me one thing. You yourself seems to be confused. Arjuna is telling Krishna. You are telling one thing in one chapter, another thing in another chapter. No, they are all waiting. There I cannot go and think to karma yoga or buddhi yoga. What? No, tell me, you Yashreya, what is that? He's saying, Tadekam vada nishchityam. Be completely fixed in it. What is it? Yena shreyoham apnayam. That will give shreya to me. That will give me the long-term benefit, not just prayers. So this is what we should go and strictly talk to Krishna. Don't bewilder me with all your these distractions, with all this maya. No, don't give me all these too many different types of prasadam, all these different things. Don't what do you call? Distract me and delude me. Yeah, don't delude me with all these things. Just give me one khichdi only. That's enough. Then we'll see only one Krishna, only one Bhagavatam, only one khichdi. If you live like that for one full year, you will really enjoy devotional service. You will be completely, our senses will be trained to come down. You will not look here and there. Oh, yeah. Even if you get rasgullas every day, you will feel bored. Same rasgulla every day. Why can't I get one day malpua? They will ask like that. This is how senses go here and there. So this thoroughly honest is very... We are saying so purified men who are honest. Honest means they are clear. Krishna, I just want to surrender to you. I want to be at your service only. There is no second thoughts about it. Not that one day I will worship you, another day I will go somewhere else. One day I will be serving in what you call that Vipralambha. One day I will go here and do something else somewhere, and not all those things. No distractions. Only one, just to serve you. That's all. So those who are fixed in their service now, their mind doesn't deviate. It doesn't get distracted or disturbed. Deviation, distraction, disturbance, all D. Right? So we should be able to fix that with our honesty. That I just want to honestly serve Krishna. I don't want any unnecessary things here and there. Like even if you want some glorification or some name and fame, go and tell Krishna. Krishna, I do want name and fame, but I want to do it by pleasing you only. You go and tell him that I want wealth, I want followers. Krishna will send you followers. Right? Krishna will send. But what you are going to do with it is a different subject matter. Prabhupada never went for that. See, Prabhupada's best way to get glorification is to glorify Krishna. Prabhupada is the best example. What he did, he only took Kartala and he said, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. And we are all doing Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. This is the beauty, this is the best secret Prabhupada has given us. We all want glorification. This is honesty. No, Prabhu, I'm not after glorification. Who says this? This is the biggest lie in the world. Everybody wants. Otherwise, why when I appreciate somebody, is very happy. Oh, you recognized my service. Don't you feel so? Are we running away like Madhavendra Puri? No, no, Prabhu, no, I'm hearing it's aparad. I don't want to hear my glorification. We do hear. We want to do that. Eventually, when we mature, we will be what is called as what is that word? No, undisturbed, or you are balanced. Like you glorify or this thing. I don't care. Equipoised, yes, that's the word. Equipoised. Samatha. Tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yenake chit. That one. So if somebody glorifies also, it's not glorifying me, he's glorifying Krishna. Somebody is criticizing me also, he's not criticizing me, he's criticizing Krishna. Put it on Krishna. Krishna, don't you hear? Standing, I am not the one to hear. You are only supposed to hear. You do whatever you want. In other words, you fix me, not that you fix him. We are thinking like that. The person who is criticizing, don't you see he is criticizing your devotee? You are supposed to fix him. That's what we normally think. And Krishna will ask us, who said you are a devotee? You are only saying you are a devotee. In this whole world, except us, no one else accepts us as devotees. Have you seen that? This is the biggest drama, biggest illusion. The biggest illusion we have is we think we are devotees. And bigger than this illusion is we think others are thinking we are devotees. This is the biggest illusion. And if you are really honest, you will say, my God, I was thinking, I was honest, I was thinking I was a devotee all these years. And people were also saying, Hare Krishna, Vanchakalpa, Prabhu, give me the dust of your lotus feet. Once one of the devotees asked me, I extended my feet, yeah, whatever dust you want, take it. He said, no, Prabhu. Then why did you ask? I asked. No, Prabhu, I just like that I asked. This is not devotional service. You want, you take it. I am not here to give dust of all my feet. First of all, my feet is not lotus feet. It is not pure. And there is no dust. There is only papa there. If you want, you take. So this is dishonesty. You say one thing, you do something. You mean one thing, you say something else. Right? We don't really mean it. What? There's a beautiful verse. The difference between Mahatma and Duratma. The honest person and dishonest person. Anybody know that sloka? This is not Bhagavad Gita sloka. Very simple to remember, easy to remember. Please repeat. Manasyekam, vachasyekam, karmanyekam, mahatmanaha. Manasyanyat, vachasyanyat, karmapyanyat, duratmanaha. Very simple verse. Definition of Mahatma and Duratma. Whatever he thinks in his heart, that's what he speaks. Whatever he speaks, that's what he does. That is Mahatma. He thinks one thing, speaks something else, does something else, is Duratma. To which we are identifying ourselves with. We tell somebody, Prabhuji, I will come to Loi Bazaar at 9 o'clock. Then someone else will call us, Prabhu, we have to go there to whatever, Atalachungi or whatever. And then we say, we don't even tell that person that, sorry Prabhu, I am delayed, I am going somewhere else. We just go. And then that devotee will be waiting in Loi Bazaar and will be calling you. Prabhu, I am waiting for you. Oh, sorry Prabhu. I didn't remember to tell you. I forgot to tell you. This is dishonesty. This is Duratma. Something is disturbed, you should immediately tell somebody is waiting for us. Don't we see that some living entities also have certain things to do with us, and we are disturbing another living entity's time? They are thinking, they are also disturbed. Then what will happen? They will start having an idea. This living entity never follows his words. If he tells something, we can be assured that he will not be doing it. This is Duratma. This is dishonesty. When we are saying something, we say that with Prabhu, I will come. If there is anything wrong, I will tell you. Then that if there is any problem in my thing, I will tell you. So we'll say best way to tell somebody is that you add this phrase, Krishna willing, I will come. Don't say I will come. Just say Krishna willing, I will come. Then if they ask, so why you didn't come? You say Krishna did not will, that's why I didn't come. Don't tell like that. But what I mean to say is, our thought should be that only if Krishna allows us, we can even do anything. We can even breathe. Even our breathing also, Krishna is allowing us. The day he says, time over, let's go, then that will be our last breath. We will inhale, but we will not exhale. So this is the reality. So we have to be really honest. That's why Prabhupada, of all the words, he chose honesty to define sadhu here. We all are here in Vrindavana, are following this path, Bhakti Marg path. Why? We want to be sadhus. Not that we want to be called sadhus, we want to be sadhus. Right? Many times we are happy when somebody calls us sadhus. Whether we have those qualities or not, we don't know. That devotee may be a magnanimous person without even looking at. If somebody stays with us for a sufficient period of time, there is not even 1% that devotee will call us, find one good quality in us. It's very difficult. The moment they stay with us long time, all our bad qualities will come. Then they will be thinking, oh, this is the devotee I was thinking I was glorifying. This is the devotee I was appreciating so much. And this is the devotee I thought I will get purified by associating. Now it looks like I have to purify him by my association. So this is how our long time, if we, when we stay with somebody for a long time, all the bad qualities, everything comes out. Really. That's why, even in devotional service, if you see, do you see in our life also, Krishna does not allow us to stay with one devotee for a long time. Even if you are staying somewhere, somehow or other, that devotee will go with some busy thing, or you will be going with some busy thing. He knows if these two stay for a long time, both of them will become non-devotees, and they will make everyone else connected with them also as non-devotees. Because they will see these two are fighting like cats and dogs, and they were preaching Bhagavad Gita. How can we get inspired by them? Our dramas Krishna will be enjoying really. So we have to be really understanding these words. Sadhu means thoroughly honest. Prabhupada in the word to word is saying purified men who are honest. But in the translation, he is qualifying that by saying thoroughly honest. He said, oh, I forgot to tell thoroughly honest in the word to word meaning. So in the translation, you see this thing. See, this translation, you have to learn by heart. This translation, this one and the previous one, you should learn by heart. Don't be lazy in learning by heart translations and verses and all. This, I think, why? Because in this translation, Prabhupada has given the longest statement he has ever written. Let's read this, please repeat it. By today, end of day, you try to learn it by heart. Just keep meditating on it, because the longest statement is there. You have to break it into smaller phrases. First of all, understand it, and while repeating continuously, you will learn it also by heart. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. This is where the full stop comes, after 5 lines. Can you imagine Prabhupada to write a statement like this? Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. If we are thoroughly honest, we should enjoy this translation of Prabhupada. This is not coming from this world. This is directly descended from Goloka Vrindavan. And unfortunately, I won't say unfortunately, fortunately, we are the only ones who are recipients of this transcendental nectar. On the way it comes through whatever place, they are not a recipient of this. Even those who are born or died before 1960, they are all very unfortunate souls. They didn't get a chance to relish these golden or transcendental words of Prabhupada. See, this beauty. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental name, fame, transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed towards bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. This is the translation, first part. You just have to learn it by heart like this. And then you go deeper and deeper. It's a different creation, Srishti. Like Brahma was creating this world, Prabhupada has created this ISKCON world. And inside that, his books or his transcendental words are the what do you call that, nectar inside that lotus, no? It's like that. All others are maybe the petals like that, the service, book distribution, everything, all is that. But these words actually is that what do you call kosha? Kosha gandham we say. Honeybees and all go and take the nectar from there only. So that is the thing here. It's the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. See, it's not name, fame, pastimes, etc. alone. Transcendental glories of the name, fame, pastimes, glories of the pastime. So it's not only the pastime. So glories of the pastime is there. Glories of the name is there. Glories of the fame. Fame itself is glory. He's saying glories of the fame. Can you imagine what Prabhupada has written here? Can you appreciate this thing? Then he's saying, full of transcendental words, directed toward. It's directed towards. Its aim is to bringing about a revolution. Kranti. Bringing about a revolution. Kranti means what? You shake the whole system and change the system upside down and create a new system. That is what Prabhupada has done by creating this society and writing these books. Bringing about a revolution. This revolution is not done, you see, hear about this industrial revolution and all this French revolution, all these different revolutions we hear, isn't it? Those revolutions are what? Their status quo is there. People are enjoying whatever. Then they do they turn the whole thing upside down. They do a complete cleanup, like Gundicha Marjan. They complete cleanup, top-seater. When suppose you have to clean this whole Goshala area, you will turn the whole thing upside down, isn't it? You will have to make it totally upside down and create a new world. Create a new world out of it. So that's what Prabhupada has done. He has created a new world in which we can all live. This world which we are in, inside this whole world also, this is our ISKCON society now, this world is a different world. Like within the material world, that Shvetadvip is there, no? One spiritual world is there, no? Where our Vishnu is there. Like that, in the whole world, we are also in this world only. But we are not touched by it. During Corona, imagine how people were all suffering. I remember during Corona time, everybody was like saying, work from home, everybody was enjoying. Oh, I don't have to go anywhere, I can do everything remote. School, college, office, everything can do remote. So what they did, they were all shut down, locked down, everything was done. So they had whole day, they had these movies or all these plays, serials, everything to watch. So I said, oh yes, I can watch this, I can watch that. So all these, some of the kids and all, they were all enjoying. But after 1 or 2 months, they started feeling bored. Oh, same movie, how many times I will see? Same serial, how many times I can see? Like that, they were all getting bored and they were complaining to our devotee kids that, hey, what are you doing? We are all watching the same thing. We are feeling like it is satiation, we call it, right? So feeling that satiation. So, but devotees, what they were doing, they were continuously hearing so many channels they had. All from morning to night, they were switching from one channel to another. There is no better time than Corona for us to do our sadhana properly. Nobody is going to come and disturb you. You can do our chanting, you can do your Bhagavatam, everything you can do very peacefully. That is what the world is disturbed by something, devotees enjoy. Enjoy that situation. So, we were busy because our thing is no satiation. There is no end to our enjoyment. Kevala Ananda Kanda. Right? Only Ananda, nothing else. Anandamayo Abhyasat. That is what is the nature of the soul. That's exactly what we are getting here. So, Creator bring about a revolution. In what? In the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. I don't know, Vyasadeva, if he heard Prabhupada's translation, because Prabhupada wrote after Vyasadev's writing. If Vyasadeva is sitting and reading this translation, what he will do, I will write a Bhagavatam based on your translations. He will say, my verse is not giving this much insight into this thing. So you give all your translations. I will write the Sanskrit verses for this, and I will give it to our Badrinath there, Badrikashram. I will do that. See, if you read that Sanskrit words, if we can hear from Prabhupada's words only, we can know a little bit of what is the words mean. So if you see, there is nowhere it is talking about creation, revolution, impious of this world's misdirected civilization. Nobody can write like this. Creating a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. He is talking at an overhaul of the entire civilization. Who can think like this? Only an Acharya can think like this. We will be thinking maximum about maybe my area, my zone, my this, my that. But Prabhupada is talking about the three worlds. That is why he is the honest sadhu. And if you are following him, nothing to worry. By default, we will become so honest. If you are joined our Krishna Consciousness movement, if you want to continue, if you are continuing in that path, the only way you can continue in that path is if you are honest, thoroughly honest about ourselves. If you are not honest, then we cannot sustain. We cannot sustain. Because mind will tell you early morning, why do you want to get up? What did you get out of it? Going for Mangalarti. The same deity, same samsara dava. Try somewhere else. Go for a different thing. Or just sleep for some more time. But when you are thoroughly honest, you will fight with the mind. You will cheat the mind. And then we will come to Mangalarti. We will be anyway tired a little bit. But when you look around and see so many people standing and praying to Krishna, then we will say, hey, my God, I am the only fool in this world. Let me also wake up. Uttishta Jagrata. Uttishta means waking up in the bed. Jagrata means really waking up. Waking up to the reality of life. I am going to die soon. Whenever mind is telling sleep for some more time, you just ask this question to mind. Do you want to again go through the chakra of 84 lakh species? 84 lakh yoni? Then it will get up immediately. So this impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization, that is the greatness of our scriptures. It will create a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Is first of all misdirected towards impious lives. But when you have to create a revolution. And what that revolution does, the same people who were enjoying, all of us I'm saying, I mean many of us many like us, we were all enjoying this world. We thought, we can watch some movies, we can go for here, we can go for recreation, we can go for some picnic, some outing, this place, that place, etc., etc. And he has created a revolution in our life. Now if somebody comes and shows a movie also, you will say, hey man, this is all garbage. We are busy in this nectar. You take that garbage away. That's gross business. This is Hamsa's business. Isn't it? So this is the beauty. And he's saying who are thoroughly honest. If we don't enjoy Bhagavatam, we are not honest. That's what this verse means. If we don't have ruchi for Bhagavatam, that's what he's saying. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed means sometimes chronologically it is, one is coming before, one is coming later, isn't it? Or some topics will be up, back and forth, or some words might be used differently, but they don't look into all those small, little imperfections. They just worry only about the good part of it. They will focus only about the good part. That is what Hamsa does. Hamsa takes only the good and leaves the rest. He doesn't even meditate on the other things. Only good thing it takes out. That is thorough honesty. Right? And this is beautiful. And Prabhupada in the purport, in this purport, 3 times he uses this word honesty. Minimum 3 times. I will read only that portion because a little longer purport we will read this, just a few areas where he has done this. See here. we know that our honest attempt to present this great literature conveying transcendental messages for reviving the God consciousness of the people in general and re-spiritualizing the world atmosphere is fraught with many difficulties. Our presenting this matter in adequate language, especially a foreign language, will certainly fail, and there will be so many literary discrepancies, despite our honest attempt to present it in a proper way, because his English is not his natural language. So he doesn't think in English. He may think in Bengali, but or maybe Hindi, but he has to write in English. So his English is, the Scottish, this thing, language, where the college he studied, is very heavy English. So you see in this thing here, he's saying it will, where is that? There will be so many literary discrepancies despite our honest attempts to present it in the proper way. But we are sure that with all our faults in this connection, the seriousness of the subject matter will be taken into consideration, and the leaders of the society will still accept this due to its being an honest attempt to glorify the Almighty God. How many times Prabhupada is using this word honest here? He is telling, I am honestly trying. Honesty means I am accepting my limitation. So very honestly he is telling that my words are not adequate. I am not good at English. It will fail. He is saying, it is not like a big scholarly presentation. He doesn't say that. Foreign language, it's foreign to me, so it will definitely fail unless and until Krishna wants it. And this is one purport in which Prabhupada has repeated this 3 times. Why? Because he is saying that I know my limitation, I know my shortcoming in this language, but still I am trying to glorify Krishna. Because Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana, it's not Bhashagrahi Janardana. He will appreciate my attempt, he will not appreciate my success, he will appreciate my attempt. What we are always thinking about is, what if my attempt fails? What if my attempt fails? Our attempt, whether it is succeeds or fails, it is not a problem. Whether we are attempting or not is the problem. Whether we are endeavoring or not, that is what is that shloka? Yatantascha dridavrataha. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavrataha. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. That verse, that yatantascha dridavrataha, is the phrase which is very important for us to focus on. Fully endeavoring with determination. Dridavrata is determination. Yatantascha, Prabhupada writes, fully endeavoring. So it is not about the end result of it. You do kirtan continuously, satatam kirtan. Kirtan means this is kirtan. We are hearing the kirtan speaking. This is Prabhupada writes in that purport which we read in our Bhakti devotees know, that Prabhupada says in that 113.10 Bhagavad Gita Bhagavata, he says Vyasadeva chanted in writing. Remember that Panchani Prabhu? Vyasadeva chanted in writing. He was doing kirtan by writing. So Prabhupada, while writing, he indicates to us that now what I am writing, this is kirtan. So when we are reading Prabhupada's books, we are actually doing, Prabhupada is doing kirtan mela. We are continuously listening to Prabhupada's kirtan. And when we are reading, we are also repeating in unison. Like when we say Hare Krishna mantra, the singer sings, then we follow, isn't it? The same way, when Prabhupada is singing, it's not that we are reading. Prabhupada is speaking. Prabhupada is singing these verses in English, and we are following. The only difference between our Kirtan Mela and Prabhupada's Kirtan Mela is that in Prabhupada's Kirtan, in our Kirtan Mela, every half an hour the Kirtaniya changes. But in Prabhupada's Kirtan Mela, Prabhupada is the only one doing the Kirtan all through. All through our life we can have Prabhupada's Kirtan Mela. This is the reality of it. How nicely he is giving these beautiful words, you see. Or thoroughly honest. And 3 times he is repeating this word honesty. Because Prabhupada is very, very particular about honesty as the important ingredient in our devotional life. We are honest that I am not yet there. We are really honest, accepting. Honest means accepting my faults, accepting my limitations. We don't do that. We don't accept our limitations. And when something happens, we want certain things to be done in our way, in certain way. Or we think that this is right, it should have been like that. But we don't accept that there can be another way. Only this is the only. So this is another thing. And we don't endeavor with determination. We don't put our full heart into the thing. The moment we see that, hey, this seems like it's going to fail, I stop trying for it, isn't it? When I see that, hey, this is not going to end in a successful point, I say, okay, let's do something else in which I will get success. And for us, what is the success? Glorification and visibility in the service. Many times I hear devotees saying this nowadays. I don't know why this trend has started. They say, Prabhu, my service doesn't have visibility. What do you mean by visibility? Nobody is appreciating me. I have given a service which I have to do alone with Krishna. Man, you should be so happy to be alone with Krishna. Gopis are so happy to be alone with Krishna. Huh? We can't tolerate Krishna's association. That's why we want a Sangha. Really, that's a problem. Right? If you are left with Radha Govinda for the whole day, how long do you think you will be sitting with him? We will get mad. We will say, this is suffocating. Right? DT service also, after some time we have to close. Come on, Krishna, you had prasadam. Now I have to have prasadam. So this is really honesty. This honesty means being frank to Krishna, frank with devotees. When devotees are glorifying, we hesitate to tell our faults to them. Why? Because next time he will not glorify me. If I reveal my anarthas to him or her, they will not glorify me next time. They will just say, Prabhuji, I am not qualified for it, and then go away. Thank God he doesn't know my all anarthas. We have to preserve this devotee carefully. He is a golden devotee. He is a golden treasure for us. A golden goose, we say, no? Like that, golden treasure, because he is glorifying me. So, whenever we see that devotee, we will only represent whatever whatever he appreciates in us. That's the only thing I will show to him. Inside, all the kashayam will be there. All the kashayam will be there. But we will be very careful not to reveal that kashayam to that devotee. Of all, in the whole world, I've got one devotee glorifying me. How can I lose that? This is our false ego mind, and false ego argues with us, So this is really something where because we don't have faith in Krishna, that if we simply glorify him, automatically the glorifications will come. We think that I am glorifying Krishna so much, but nobody is coming to glorify me. What is the point, Krishna? So much. Since early morning, 3:30, I am getting up and glorifying you. This itself is defeating the purpose. I am just telling this in a lighter vein. You are not supposed to think like this. Right? We should be looking for the opportunity, every single opportunity to glorify Krishna. And getting up is the biggest austerity. Right? When we do that austerity, Krishna appreciates. And automatically he makes sure that, okay, I want to send. Why he is giving an opportunity for others to glorify us? How he does it? Because when we meditate on Krishna, when we meditate on the service to Krishna, with a pure heart, with a honest heart, and very frankly, we just tell Krishna, I want to serve you, really, but I am not able to. Please give me some inspiration. Please give me an opportunity, and please guide me. Please help me with. We have to ask the same thing to Guru. We have to be very clear with our Guru. Guru and Krishna Sakshad Haritvena, Samasta Shastra. So whatever we are asking Krishna, we can ask Guru again. Now, when we do that, Krishna comes and sits in our heart. And wherever we are going, the devotees don't see us. They see the Krishna in our heart. In other words, the good qualities in our heart are the way by which Krishna is representing us. In other words, the manifestation of the good qualities in us is nothing but the presence of Krishna in our heart. Because Krishna is all good qualities. Right? So this is the reality. And when Krishna is present in us, in the form of all these good qualities, what will be our first outcome of our that situation? Yes, but in what way?
Trying to serve them.
No. Yes, service is correct. You want to serve. Why you are doing that?
Again, because of glorifying Krishna. Because our service is like purity. Purity will come out in the service.
Yes, but how you do it? See, when Krishna is situated in our heart, how do you know what is the outcome of that? In the form of good qualities is present inside. What is that? What? Humbleness. Yes. But after that, what happens? What is the ultimate result of Krishna sitting inside our heart?
Remembering him. Like people, when they come in association of that person, they somehow or the other think of Krishna.
That is from their point of view. I am saying what will be your behavior. Yeah, you in other words, you will start seeing Krishna in everybody. The outcome of Krishna situated in our heart fully, Vishada Ashayaha. If you're really wide in our heart, Krishna, our heart is called, we say Vishal Hriday, we say in Hindi, Vishal Hriday. So if you want to have a Vishal Hriday, put the Vishal, Badri Vishal inside. Right? If you want to make your heart big, wide heart, put the widest person in this world inside. That is Krishna. If you put Krishna inside, then your heart becomes wide. So, Vishal Hriday. Then everybody, when your heart is wide, you can see everybody, Krishna in everybody. That is the ultimate outcome of our bhakti. Yomam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pashyati. Tasyaham na pranashyami, sacha mena pranashyati. I will never be lost to him. I may take away myself in that form. Physically I was presenting him. Like Prabhupada has taken away that form, which he was presenting to all the devotees for that manifested period. But now he has presented himself in his book form, in the so many manifestations. The entire society is Prabhupada only. How he has manifested himself. Like that we will be able to see Krishna in everybody. So this is the most important thing, And for this, we need to understand that for honesty, we need to have faith in Krishna. We need to have that faith. Only with the faith, honesty develops. If we don't have faith in Krishna, then at some point our honesty also stops. Our honesty simply stops. So, and this faith is the source of another important quality called obedience. When we are honest, we will be obedient to our spiritual master, we will be obedient to the orders of Krishna and all elders also. Right? So this is beautifully manifested is revealed in one beautiful chapter or pastime. We all know Ambarish Maharaj, right? Ambarish Maharaj, we know, is the most glorious devotee, most celebrated devotee, like that, right? But there is someone in his life whom we don't really meditate much on. Who is that? His father. His father and his grandfather also. They are the two even more, mega devotees compared to, even from them only, Ambarish Maharaj even got his glorious qualities. So we will read that pastime where Nabaga is the grandfather, Nabaga is the father. So how they exhibit this beautiful quality of honesty in that little, just 10 verses only, the slokas, that story. But such a beautiful story to meditate on, to appreciate this quality of honesty. I will just read the translations as we go along. See, this verse number 1 in 941, verse number 1 in the 4th chapter of 9th canto. Shukadeva Goswami said, the son of Nabaga, named Nabhaga, lived for a long time at the place of his spiritual master. Therefore, his brothers thought that he was not going to become a grihastha and would not return. Consequently, without providing a share for him, they divided the property of their father among themselves. When Nabhaga returned from the place of his spiritual master, they gave him their father as his share. It's a beautiful thing, This is how people cheat honest people. But honesty also requires one important sub-quality of, even honesty itself needs one more subdivision in it. What is that? Even if others are dishonest to you, you should be honest. That is what we learned from Nabhaga. These people were really dishonest. Nabhaga's brothers, they were dishonest to him. He could have easily claimed that one share you have to give me. But he didn't claim. They said, You father is your property. Say okay, fine, and he went to his father. Father, you are my property. My brothers have given you as my property. Another important quality. One thing is about in honesty, you just be obedient. Another important quality in cultivating honesty is innocence. Simplicity. Very simple at heart. If you say this is the right way to go, Prabhu, where is the way to go to Radharaman? They will just go straight. None of the Rajvasis will take go straight, right, in all the gully. Go straight, Radharaman you will get. Isn't it? If you go straight, you will not get Radharaman. You have to go inside the gully. But they know that once you go there, somebody will tell you will go inside. You don't have any place to go other than either go to Radharaman or jump into Yamuna. That's the only thing you can do. Definitely you will not jump into Yamuna, they know. So they know you have to go anyway, it will lead to Radharaman or Radha Damodar. So what happens? He returns from the place of spiritual master. They gave him their father as his share. So he doesn't question. How can I sell my father and get money? Who will buy my father? You keep father and you give his money. Right? He could have asked so many things. Nowadays, if somebody does it, first thing they will do is they will go to the court. They will go to the police station. Brothers will fight tooth and nail. Right? But see, this is what he does. This innocence is a quality that is very, very dear to Krishna. That is why he loved Brajvasis. That is why he loved Dwarkavasis. And he loved those in Mathuravasis also. Because Krishna is our ultimate. There is nothing. If he is giving, I will take it. If he is not giving, I will not take it. As simple as that. This is how our approach should be. So the next, Nabaga inquired, my dear brothers, what have you given to me as my share of our father's property? His elder brothers answered, we have kept our father as your share. But when Nabaga went to his father and said, my dear father, my elder brothers have given you as my share of property. The father replied, my dear son, do not rely upon their cheating words. I am not your property. Now Nabaga is telling Nabaga that they are cheating you. Suppose somebody tells that, hey, he is cheating you, immediately first thing I will do is go and, hey, you cheated me. If even in the first instant I see that he is not, I think that he is not cheating me. When somebody tells that he is cheating me, I will believe in his words and go and fight with him. Yes or no? Right? But Nabaga doesn't do that. He doesn't go and fight with them. This is the beautiful quality of Bhagavati, one who follows Bhagavatam. That is why Nabaga and Nabaga are there in Bhagavatam. There are so many people whose names could have been there. But before Ambarish Maharaj, why Sukadeva Goswami chose to talk about these two important characters? They are only there for 10 verses, but they speak volumes about devotional service. You may not know the full pastime of or the slokas of Ambarish Maharaj, but you just learn this pastime, you will glorify Ambarish Maharaj like anything. Because if you want to glorify somebody, you will know his father what is. Right? Even more powerful. Right? Now he is telling, Nabaga's father said, now he is very compassionate. When we are innocent, Krishna will give us some way to succeed. Krishna will give us some way on his own. Innocent means what? You don't even ask Krishna. Krishna, everybody is cheating me. You please give me something. Oh, is it so? Father is my property. Okay, fine. Then father says, I am not your property. Oh, is it so? Fine. Brother says also, I am fine. Father also says, no, I am fine. Right? Somebody will say, Prabhu, you go there and take prasadam, our hall. They will say, yes, I will go there. Then they will say, no, Prabhu, prasadam is over. Is it over? I am fine. Come back. Then start chanting. Krishna will send something. This faith is required. Immediately don't run after, hey, what will happen? My stomach will die. Man, truckloads of khichdi we have eaten for so many years. Do you think one meal we will skip and we will die immediately? Loads and loads of khichadis and dal rice and sambar we have eaten. One meal you don't skip. So much faith we have in Krishna that in one skipping the meal we will die. See this, then he is going. Now Nabaga's father Nabaga, he is giving one solution, seeing he is very masumi we say, no? Innocent. Masum we say in Hindi. Very innocent. Seeing his innocent thing, let me give him some thing. See, the beauty here is the father knows that these other brothers are cheating. He didn't protest. He said, it is your nature. I know when he comes, he will cheat him. So he didn't give this, the trick that he had. There's Angira Muni's descendants, they will give some gifts. He knew that trick, but he didn't give to those brothers. The brothers are thinking that we are intelligent. We have given, the father is of no use. What will you do with that father? He'll simply sit and eat and keep on cribbing and you want to give advice. You don't want him, just send him out. He's of no use anymore. This is what these days people do. They don't appreciate all the sacrifices and austerities that they have done to bring us up. When they're old age, we will not care, put them in the old age home, just take the money alone, just move on. I want to lead a peaceful life. So that's what the brothers are doing. But now, what is Nabhaga's father? Nabhaga is saying, all the descendants of Angira are now going to perform a great sacrifice. But although they are very intelligent, on every 6th day, they will be bewildered in performing sacrifice and will make mistakes in their daily duties. By chanting mantra or while doing some duties, they will every 6th day. See the beauty here. This Nabhaga has observed these sages. Every 6th day they are making a mistake. And you identify that mistake, they will give you some reward. He knows this also. He could have got all these rewards himself and kept something safe for himself. Now these brothers, the sons, the other brothers have ditched him. They said, we are not going to feed you anymore. To whom? To the father. Father is left alone to old age home. In those days, it was not there, but he was just shunted out to the forest or whatever. They said, all your property is ours, we will just keep it to ourselves. You see, those days also this was there. So this Nabhaga also didn't feel bad. And he also didn't go and talk to this Angira Muni's thing and tell them that, you are doing this mistake and get those gifts from them. So detached. For me, Krishna will give what I need. Right? What is that shloka? Beautiful shloka is there. Bhojana, please repeat this nice shloka. Bhojana, achadame, vritaha, chintana kurvanti, Vaishnavaha. Sadeva Vishwambaraha Bhaktanam Kim Upekshate. Beautiful verse. The Vaishnavas never worry about bhojan and the roof, to say the shelter, where I will get my next place to sleep. They will never worry about it. Vritaha chinta na kurvanti. They will not do chinta about these two things. Why? Sadeva Vishwambaraha. My Lord is feeding to the whole world. How can he ignore me? Bhaktanam kim upekshate. How can he neglect me? That faith we should have. In the heart of hearts, in the top of the heart, we think we are devotees. In the heart of heart, we know we are not devotees. That is why we don't have faith that Krishna will forgive me. If we have faith, I am Krishna's devotee. I am trying to be a devotee. If not a devotee, at least trying to be a devotee, aspiring to be a devotee. So, definitely Krishna will provide. This faith, why we don't have? This is what he is saying. Bhojana achadame vritaha chintana kurvanti Vaishnavaha. Vaishnavas don't worry about these two things. Bhojan, achada. Somewhere Krishna will give. Somewhere he will give. And he will arrange. And if you go with this mood, sorry Prabhu? Achadame means the roof, the shelter. So when we have this mood, then we can enjoy Bhagavatam. Then we can enjoy the holy names. Otherwise, always thinking about, before we come to Vrindavan, we decide my accommodation, where my prasadam, who will pick me up, who will drop me. This is not. Right? When you come, Krishna will arrange something. That is when you will realize Krishna. That is when you can feel Krishna experience. So he is saying they will make a mistake. So you go, and he is saying, Nabhaga's father continued, go to those great souls and describe 2 Vedic hymns pertaining to Vaishwadeva. This verse they will forget, so you just go and tell them these 2 verses. When the great sages have completed the sacrifice and are going to the heavenly planets, they will give you the remnants of the money they have received from the sacrifice. Therefore, go there immediately. Now he is giving the way for him to get money. Right? This is the advantage of being obedient to the father. Those brothers were not obedient to the father. They were doubting the father. What is the use of this father? Let's just take the money and shunt him out. But he was obedient. He went to the father. Whatever father says, he follows. The same mood, if we also follow with our spiritual master, he will also be successful like Nabaga. Right? Thus, Nabaga acted exactly according to the advice of the father. See how Prabhupada is writing beautifully. Exactly according to the advice of the father. And the great sages of the Angira dynasty gave him all their wealth and then went to the heavenly planets. They are also not attached. They are also not attached. They just gave and went away. Right? The source of our Lakshmi, collecting Lakshmi also should be by honest means. It's a very subtle thing. We have to understand that. If we are in the process of getting something, if we touch somebody else who has collected it from dishonest means, it will impact us also. That will add to your karma. That will add to your karma. You know that story of Bilvamangal Thakur? Right? You know that story of you know how he became a devotee, right? But in his previous life, you know the story of his previous life? He was a Brahmana in his previous life. And he would feed many Brahmanas. With his, we didn't have much Lakshmi, but he will somehow or other he will get something and do the offering. What happened? One day he didn't have any money, but he invited all the Brahmanas. Then he didn't have money, so he was wondering what to do. At that time, the king had a princess, daughter, very young princess, and she died, unfortunately, in a very young age. So the king was inconsolable. Somehow they all came and buried her. He thought all these jewels and everything that she is wearing is of no use. What am I going to give? So who am I going to give? So he buried her along with all the jewels and everything. So this Bilvamangala, he is not Bilvamangala that time, he is a Brahmana that time. So he sees this whole thing and is waiting for all of them to leave. After they leave, he digs open the grave, and then he touches he takes the jewels from there. And when he is touching to the dead body to take the jewels, the dead body starts speaking. Stop. Don't touch my jewels. Then he is saying, oh, what is this? I thought you are dead. No, you should not touch my jewels. He says, but I want to do this feeding the Brahmanas. I am doing a noble job. But you should give this. What is the use of this with being with you? No, you should not take this. But then you should give me some other facility, some other alternative. You are a daughter of a king. You should be knowing something wherever I can get from. Then she says, okay, you go to my king. Tell him that there is one block of gold inside the princess' room. She told me before dying. So you go and ask the king. He will give. So he says, okay, fine. And he puts her back, all the money back, and he goes to the kingdom. And he tells the king that you are sorry to hear about your daughter's passing away. She told me this. Then the king, I don't know anything about it, but he is already in morose due to her departure. So he goes and if it is available, you just get it. You will take it. I have nothing to do with this block of gold. Then he goes and said there is a block of gold, and he takes this, sells it, got lot of money, and feeds all these Brahmanas. Now this time was over. Next time again, after a month, he again wants to feed one more set of Brahmanas. Jaya Shishi Radha Govinda Devji ki Jai. So next time he wants to feed one more set of Brahmanas. This time he knows where to get it from. Directly he goes and digs the grave again. He goes and digs the grave again and tries to take the thing so that the princess will speak again. But this time princess says, no, stop. Okay, I will stop, but you tell me one more alternative. Where somewhere else you hid something, I want to take it from there. No, I don't have anything more. Then he says, okay, at least give these jewels. No, you should not take these jewels. Then he says, no, I don't care. Now, whatever you speak, I don't care. I will take the jewels. So at that time, she says that this is a great sin that you are doing. By dishonest means you are trying to do a service. So for this, you will have to take birth again. And you will go through a very horrible life. That is Bilvamangal Thakur life. So there's the next life. So at that time, she also says, and I will also be born again. And he asks, Okay, I am doing sin, I know, I will have to be born again. But why you have to be born again? You didn't do any sin. He says, no, because you were dishonest and you touched me, I will also have to come back again in this next life. And that is the Chintamani who makes him a devotee in the next life. This is the story, sub-story. We are reading Nabhaga's story, but in between I wanted to share this, that our means also should be honest. If Krishna doesn't give, don't worry. For some reason only, we have a genuine reason for not giving us opportunity, facility, or money, whatever. We just have to accept. Worst case, what will he has given us the Japmala, he has given us Bhagavatam, no? Worst case, no service, just sit in a corner and chant holy names. That is the best service we can do to him, without disturbing any living entity. If he gives money, we have to disturb so many living entities to do some seva, isn't it? So many right? For cooking, suppose you have to do so many people. Why? Because in service you have to depend on so many people, and all of them will be disturbed. Why you didn't bring this? Why you I asked you for water 1 hour ago. You didn't give this, that. You'll shout and scream. They say, in the service of Krishna, I am doing all this. All these are drama. Do that. Krishna is watching all our drama. So now, see, this is beauty. Now thereafter, while Nabhaga was accepting the riches, a black-looking person from the north came to him and said, all the wealth from this sacrificial arena belongs to me. Now he is not allowing, he is getting the wealth. Almost he got the wealth because those sages went away. But now he is about to take it and go. One black-looking person is coming. No, they all belong to me. Nabhaga then said, these riches belong to me. The great saintly persons have delivered them to me. When Nabhaga, he is telling to that black person. When Nabhaga said this, the black-looking person replied, let us go to your father and ask him to settle our disagreement. He says, my father only told. So, okay, if your father told, let's go and talk to him. In accordance with this, Nabhaga inquired from his father. Now both of them go to Nabhaga, the father's father, right? The father of Nabhaga said, see how cruel this father is. He gives the way, but he is not, whatever the great sages sacrificed in the arena of the Dakshayajna, that's what they were doing. They offered to Lord Shiva his share. Therefore, everything in the sacrificial arena certainly belongs to Lord Shiva. The black-looking person is actually Lord Shiva. So he is coming. So Nabhaga is telling, now I told you, if Shiva had not come, it is yours, but Shiva has come. So he has come to take it away. We better give it to him. Now Nabhaga doesn't question his father. He didn't question his brothers also. He doesn't question his father also. Hey, you told me to go from there, collect from there. I am going and collecting. Then now you didn't tell me about this black-looking person will come. If you had told me that condition, before that black-looking person comes, you take the thing and run away. Then I would have run away. But now this Shiva is coming and asking for it. Now, see what he is doing, Nabhaga. Thereupon, after offering obeisances to Lord Shiva, Nabhaga said, O worshipable Lord, everything in this arena of sacrifice is yours. That's what my father told me. This is the assertion of my father. This is the obedience. Now with great respect, I bow my head before you, begging your mercy. This is devotion. And then see what Lord Shiva is responding. When we are thoroughly honest, see what is the ultimate result. You may go through some difficulty. There will be some tottering, some roller coaster ride will be there. But end will be always the right thing. Lord Shiva said, whatever your father has said is the truth. And you also are speaking the same truth. Therefore, I who know the Vedic mantras shall explain transcendental knowledge to you. Along with the wealth, he got the Bhagavatam also from Mahajana, another great Mahabhagavat. Right? Lord Shiva said, now you may take all the wealth remaining from the sacrifice, for I give it to you. I am giving it to you, so it will stay with you. Whatever Krishna gives to us will stay with us. Whatever we grab from Krishna will leave from us. So never have the grabbing tendency is the lesson here. If it has to come, it will come. If it doesn't have to come, don't go and grab it. It is not, even if after grabbing it, it will not stay with you. Even in devotee association also, don't you think we have association of Nabhaga and Nabhaga for the last 20 minutes? Don't you think we have the association of Lord Shiva for the last 10-15 minutes? When you open Bhagavatam, full devotee association is right there. Why do you think that you don't have devotee association? My Guru Maharaj always said, if you don't have association, you create your association by being with Bhagavatam. people will automatically come. If you sit in a corner and read Bhagavatam, Krishna will send people that this living entity is sitting, go and send him. Prabhupada was chanting in Tompkins Square Park alone. Where from all those living entities came? Krishna saw that. He is the pure devotee. He is going to create a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. So we have to send people, all these impious people. So, after this, actually the Falashruti is beautiful. This small story of 10 verses has a Falashruti. If one hears and chants or remembers this narration in the morning and evening with great attention, he certainly becomes learned, experienced in understanding the Vedic hymns, and expert in self-realization. He becomes expert in self-realization by reading these few verses and appreciating the honesty in Nabaga and Nabaga. Right? How nice story these are. No purports. Prabhupada, wherever there is no purport, my Guru Maharaj used to say, wherever there are no purports, we tend to skip those slokas, isn't it? Right? But Maharaj used to say that those are the verses for which purport is not needed to make it more clear. The verse, word-to-word meaning and translation itself is clear enough to make you understand that. That's what. So we have to spend more time in these verses. Not that they are not important, you can ignore them. Other way around. Right? So, honestly speaking, I couldn't cover the honesty fully. Unfortunately, we could only cover a small, tiny portion of this beautiful quality. Right? If we get an opportunity, we'll do a part 2 of this. If we get an opportunity. Otherwise, honestly, we can go and chant. Honestly speaking, honestly ending also. Because we should be honest to time. I've already become dishonest with your time, 5-10 minutes more. So, start on time, end on time. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sandabhyacha Patitanam Pavanam Jai Antakoti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sorry, Prabhu? Huh? That is not in Bhagavatam. That is from one of our Shastras.